Hello everyone, Lawrence here with one of the most, I guess, polarizing products that I've yet reviewed on this channel. So this is the Madgiga K400. So this is a mechanical gaming keyboard, uses some imitation cherry switches, more about those later. Let's have a look at this keyboard because it's very different, I guess is the right word. Now, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and so this is actually not really beautiful to me, but some of you may like it. So let me know in the comment area what you think of this sort of styling. I think it would actually work really well with something like the Madgiga K400 mouse, the MMO version. That would look epic. It's even got very similar cable. Again, more about that later. But let's start with the build quality, which is really important when you're spending a lot of money on a keyboard. Build quality is actually top-notch with the K400. It's got multiple layers of aluminium, and then the base itself, that's actually plastic. So you get this gray or black metal top plate, and then there are some more orangey accents, along with some chrome bars, which I don't really know what the point of them is, but they're there. Now, something that I do not like with this keyboard is the base, which isn't flat. Something like a Black Widow or the Logitech keyboards all have a perfectly flat base, which means that if you have one side on the desk and the other side is on a mouse pad, it won't wobble. But with this one, the feet can't actually touch, and so it's kind of wobbly when you have it on an uneven surface. If you just put it on a normal desk, it's perfectly fine, but it's just something for my personal use case. Looking at the actual layout, then obviously you can get these in different layouts. I finally have a QWERTY keyboard for you guys, so you don't have to complain about that. It's a standard 104 key layout. What I really like about this is the keycaps. So they are pretty slippery, but they're double shot PBT keycaps, so high quality keycaps. And the switches are also really nice. So they are imitation Cherry MX Blues. They actually have a slightly different stem, so that theoretically there would be a tiny little bit less key wobble. I don't really notice any difference myself between these and something like my Black Widow or my old Black Widow with blue switches. I actually really like the switches. They're pretty loud. But there's this nice tactile bump. I do bottom out a lot with these, but I don't really care all that much. So maybe for some people, you want to get a model with a different switch in there. For me, these blue ones are perfect. What I really miss with this keyboard are media keys. I don't really care for macros, but I do like to have my media keys just to change my volume, for example. And at first, I actually thought these chrome buttons here, which look an awful lot like the string tighteners on a guitar, for example. That's probably not at all the right terminology, but let's go with that. Actually, it's just indication lights for your num lock, screen lock or scroll lock, and of course your caps lock. So a bit disappointing to not have media controls. Now, it wouldn't be 2017 if this keyboard didn't come with RGB lighting. So this one has individual key backlighting, but with a tiny little twist. It's not actually RGB per key. So the bottom row is purple, then you have a green row, a red row, green row, orange row, and a white row. You can't change the colors of the rows. You can, of course, go and use the function modifier together with the insert to cycle between different modes. So you have ripple, you have wave, reactive, you have like a snake game almost. A lot of different modes. It doesn't need any driver software, which again, in some people's opinion is going to be a positive. In other people's opinion, it may be a little bit too difficult to program. Now, you can actually program your own modes into this keyboard, which is pretty cool. But because you can't actually change the color of each individual button, functionality is a bit limited. So moving on to the typing and gaming experience then, I actually really like it for typing. For example, the script for this video, which I'm not actually sticking to all that much, but I did write a script. Typing is actually pretty okay on this keyboard. It's a bit weird with all the angles, but it's pretty comfortable, and it actually types rather well. For gaming, it's again very similar story. It's just a standard layout with what you're used to, namely Cherry MX Blues, which are an awful lot like Razor Greens as well. So it feels very natural, feels normal to type on, to game on. Comfort-wise, it's actually pretty good despite all these really sharp edges and like the weird chrome bits. So then, time for our conclusion on the Madgiga K400 mechanical gaming keyboard. I really like it actually. Now, this is one of those products that you can't really get through your normal store. So this one was sent to me directly from Madgiga. I think they sell on GearBest and AliExpress, but I'm not quite sure about that. So I'll leave links in the descriptions below to where you can actually buy this keyboard. It's really good for the price, but it's not usual. So you really have to like the styling of this model if you're going to buy it. Anyway, if you like this video, press the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. You can also hit the subscribe button for when I make a video that you do like. And if you want to follow this channel even more, there is Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to really support the channel, so get me better lights, lenses, audio equipment, that's what the Patreon link is there for. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.